Routine, a word you've probably heard 1,000 times, but it's the only difference that stands between me and you. You see, a good routine is not just a set of rules, it's a mindset, an obsession. It's a rigorous discipline, and a bit of psychosis. Some of the most successful CEOs in the world live and die by the perfect routine. Success is maintaining chaos and having absolute control in some way. It keeps the mask of sanity from slipping off. My routine was born and bred through chaos. It's why I'm able to speak to you now. And I think it's only fair I share the success with you. I'm sure you've heard the motto, I'm not a morning person. Mine is I don't have a choice. My sleep-wake cycle is so well trained that my circadian rhythm is built to wake me up even before my alarm goes off. The everyday average person wakes up at 7 a.m. If you're an American, it's 7:20. While you're still fast asleep, I'm well on my way with my 5 a.m. morning routine. I used to wake up at 6 a.m. But ask yourself this, what is the most valuable asset on the planet? Money? Gold? Love? Wrong. It's time. You see, while the world sleeps, I've bought myself 2 hours more a day. That may seem like it's not worth it. An extra 2 hours a day? 365 days a year? Believe it or not, I just gifted myself an extra month's worth of time to succeed. Time is a gift, and wasting it, it's not an option. I wake up my body with 100 blood pumping push-ups. If I had to guess, I'd say about 75% of people sleep with their mouth open, losing on average 200 milliliters of water just by mouth breathing. While they dehydrate, I'm mixing the perfect amount of Himalayan pink salt and purified room temperature water. I always rehydrate in the morning. Room temperature water helps promote digestion, while cold water actually constricts the blood vessels in the gut and impedes it. The half teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt not only helps detoxify the body, but it also gives me a healthy boost of calcium, potassium, and magnesium as I allow my eyes to adjust to the morning light, giving me a natural level of serotonin production, which helps fight depression and helps with overall mood. Before, in the mornings, if my eyes were a little dark and puffy, I'd put on an ice pack while doing intense stretching. Recently, I found a diamond-infused eye cream from NourishMax that eliminated the ice pack from my routine. But I'll get to that later. This is about the time that you're slapping your 6 a.m. alarm back to snooze. All while I'm boosting my metabolic rate by 50% with a scorching cup of black coffee. Also providing me with vitamin B2, B3, B5, manganese, and potassium. By this time you're surely awake, but only just. By 7 a.m., I'm taking my first step into a 40-degree cold plunge. I've adopted a breathing technique developed by a Dutch guy named Wim Hof. People call him Iceman. I'm envious of him. Not because he set numerous world records related to cold exposure with the help of his breathing techniques. I just like the ring of his nickname. You see, I force my body into a sense of extreme stress. Dipping your warm body into extreme cold sounds like a nightmare to most, but it's as simple as body over mind. Essentially, the Wim Hof breathing exercise is very controlled deep breaths, inhaling through your stomach and up into your chest. This expands and contracts your stomach, chest, and back muscles as you continuously inhale and exhale. The idea is to purge the body of carbon dioxide and over-oxygenate your blood. You inhale and exhale without stopping, counting up to 30 deep breaths. On your 30th inhale, you will fully exhale and hold. There's a moment of sheer panic that will set in. It feels so inhuman not to breathe or have any air in your lungs. But I actually enjoy this part, pushing the mind to the limit of what your body can truly do. You realize that your body is an amazing and powerful machine. Now combine that with an exposure to extreme cold and a commitment to self-improvement, this routine offers a multitude of benefits. Improved immune health, faster muscle recovery, better sleep, positive stress response, and an enhanced athletic performance. Basically, My answer to becoming superhuman. I can hold my breath for 1 minute and 30 seconds now. When my blood oxygen level finally levels out, I've noticed there's a sharpness in my visual acuity. When I'm finally ready to breathe again, I take a deep breath and hold for 15 seconds. Then I exhale. That's just round 1. I do it 2 more times. This technique, paired with the cold water exposure, the mind becomes resilient to even the most extreme everyday stress and panic. I use the same method in the sauna, or simply as a practice of meditation. Nothing screams routine like a high-intensity interval training. On average, I'll spend about 45 minutes pushing my max. It's not hard to outpace the average American. If the CDC is saying that only 28% of people are getting enough exercise, then I make sure that I'm at the top of that 28%. I start with the powerlifting routine of acute compound movements. These movements target multiple muscle groups. It's a more efficient way to train on a time budget. I add as much weight as possible. There's this uncontrollable rush of putting my muscles under stress and agony. I shape my body and mind with pain. Then I shift into high-intensity sprints, which actually triggers HGH. It's a little trick I learned from the Journal of Physiology about increasing human growth hormone. I sprint for 10 seconds, 10 times, at full intensity. After I put my body through hell, I like to take an ice-cold shower. Although a hot shower might help with soreness, cold water tends to wash off sweat easier. I'll take cleanliness over comfort. My skin is everything. Maintaining physical appearance tells the world everything they need to know about you. Respect yourself, or no one else will. First, I apply my stem cell facial peel from Nourish Max. This mask uses complex stem cell technology that provides anti-aging benefits. While I let my mask dry, I prepare the rest of my routine. I focus on my oral hygiene, meticulously flossing every crevice, followed by not only brushing my teeth, but brushing my hair to perfection. I use sculpting pomade for an all-day hold. Next, I always use Nourish Max's diamond-infused eye cream that targets the puffiness and dark eye circles, followed by a hyaluronic acid serum, which hydrates the skin. And finally, a tinted mineral defense sunscreen that prevents wrinkles. There's an idea of the man and looking back at you in the mirror, some kind of abstraction. And though you can hide your insecurities, there's always something there, pulling at you, telling you to be more. And maybe you even believe that you're comparable, but your routine is simply not there. I pride myself in preparing for the next day. Everything is exactly where I know it should be to execute my rituals. Well, almost everything. I don't sit and plan out what I'm gonna wear. I buy the exact same clothes, so I simply don't have the dilemma of deciding. It's already become nature. But I do enjoy being well suited, so I'll use my personal tailor to ensure I'm perfectly fitted. With all my items laid out perfectly for the day, I simply suit up and store my gear. Intermittent fasting actually does something incredibly interesting to the body. Our ancestors didn't eat pizza every day and drink Diet Coke. In fact, they went long periods without eating. You see, fasting unlocks genetic triggers that activate pathways that enhance cellular resistance to toxins and stress. Prolonged fasting can even trigger stem cell regeneration. Not only does it rejuvenate and build my body back stronger, but it also increases thinking and memory, improved heart health, increases testosterone by 50%, and helps fat loss. When I do eat though, I stick to a carnivore diet. I enjoy a good primal ritual from time to time. Work. It's everyone's favorite thing. Actually, the majority of workers lose their jobs simply due to their own poor performance. I read in a Harvard Business Review that 15% of people are actually afraid of losing their jobs. Fear, it's actually a healthy tool. When you're afraid of losing something, oftentimes you will work that much harder. Everyone has to start somewhere. I've worked my share of dead-end jobs, but I never took a job and didn't give it everything, no matter how much I hated it. You see, each job is a stepping stone. Sure, you may despise what you do, but the work ethic you put in today are the building habits of the machine you will become in the future. Work is life's easiest routine. Don't think that because of where I am today, that my routine for success can't apply to you. I didn't always look like this or live like this. It's not going to be easy, but success rarely is. Although my pain is constant and sharp, my focus is rigid yet lethal. My formula continues to push me. I gain a deeper knowledge of myself with each cycle. Success is the agent consumed in chaos. Its only master is routine. To be undisciplined is to be a slave to one's moods and passions. There's simply no other option. A good routine is hard to come by. A successful men's skin routine is even harder. Nourish Max provides everything you need for healthy skin. And if you use TMF at checkout, you'll receive an exclusive 20% discount, all while supporting our ability to provide content like this for you.